Hey everyone, I'm here in Astoria Park, Queens. It's August 2024, but there's someone I want to introduce to you. This is my dad.
Bobby's here almost every day. What's one of your favorite things about Astoria?
The views, the people. This park is amazing.
This park is fantastic. I mean, take a scan of that bridge. Look at that bridge. And then there's the Hellgate Bridge over there. And then there's tennis courts over there. And Astoria Park has a beautiful swimming pool. They have basketball courts. And they have a workout area underneath the bridge over there. And then there's the track. Right now you don't see that many people because it's midday now, it's very hot. But in the morning and when the sun goes down, you see a lot of people out here running, doing yoga, doing calisthenics, playing soccer, doing exercises here on the bars, you know, because these people understand that a healthy body and healthy mind gives you a more positive attitude towards life. It helps you to deal with the struggles in life too, you know, and all of us have struggles up and down. And I found that throughout my life and all the struggles that I've gone through, that cycling especially has helped me. Because to me, cycling is kind of like psychotherapy, you know. I really enjoy it, you know. It helps to keep balance in my life. That's why I like doing it. But all of us should find some kind of an activity that we enjoy doing and to do it often, you know, to get the benefit out of it. Whether it's walking, running, swimming, cycling, yoga, whatever it is that works for you. But personally for me, cycling has worked for me because it's a low impact exercise. It doesn't affect my joints as much, and it's a long-term thing, you know. But not only do I just incorporate cycling in my life, I also like to do some resistance exercises too, because the cycling helps with stamina, endurance, good for the heart, but it doesn't exercise the upper body. So I like to do some of these exercises on the bars, you know, like pull-ups and dips and chin-ups and stuff like that, to help me with my cycling actually, you know. One of the best things, I think, best exercises is doing squats. You know, do this kind of exercises. Okay. I think that's one of the best exercises because it helps to work out the biggest muscle groups on your body, your buttocks and your thighs. When you work out the bigger muscle groups, the body requires more energy to move those muscles. So it actually helps to speed up your metabolism, and it'll help keep your weight down too. I also like to do a lot of these trunk twists. They're easy to do. You don't have to get on the floor. You just do these trunk twists. And what I'll do is I'll do 100 of them, and then I'll do 10 side bends on each side. Okay? Because especially with cycling, it's important to keep your core strong. If you keep your core strong, you get better control on the bicycle. And I also do this for the core too. I guess they're called leg kips. For my neck, I like to twist all the way to the right and then look up to the sky. stretch out this neck muscle. And I do the opposite. Because the kind of cycling that I do is road cycling. A lot of times you're hunched over, and sometimes it puts pain in your neck. So you need to stretch it out.
That's what I've experienced when I've ridden a bike. Being hunched over and being in a stiff position.
That's why you got to do the opposite, is try to stretch it out, you know. And here's another exercise that helps with the core also. Not to focus on my face too much. I don't want people seeing me struggle. Maybe a side angle is better. Cycle, I go to these different parks. I go to Astoria Park, I go to a park in Brooklyn, and then there's another park underneath the bridge here in Astoria Park that I like to work out at. And also on 21st Street near 30th Avenue is another small park that I like to work out at. And each place that I go to, it's a little different. The environment is different, the people are different. But there's also something in common. We all want to work out. We all want to be positive. We all want to go forward. It also helps to break up the monotony when I go to the different parks. And believe it or not, these different parks, the equipment they have there is a little bit different from each one. So it makes a difference, you know, because like this one, for instance, the bar is a little thicker. Sometimes I go to a different park, the bar is thinner and smaller. And somehow that makes a difference, you know?
Best of all, the parks are free.
Exactly. But you know what? I like coming to the parks because when I see other people working out, it motivates me to stay in shape too. Pull-ups to me, and there are some people that cannot do a lot of pull-ups. But the most important thing that we all try and we go forward. The key is to be consistent, to always be consistent. Don't ever give up. It's a lot easier when you get into good shape to maintain it. But when you're out of shape and you try to get into shape, it's much more difficult. You got to make it a lifestyle. I don't do a lot of reps, but I do a lot of sets. I find that works for me. I believe that pull-ups is good for the back, the scapula, forearms, the grip. The chin-ups are good for the biceps. And now what I'm going to do are dips. This is good for the triceps. basically that's my routine. That's what I go through. I do the side bends, I do the side twists, I do the kips, I do the pull-ups, I do the chin-ups, I do the dips. And I'll do 3 sets of each. And then I'll ride into Brooklyn and go to the park in Brooklyn, and I'll do the same thing. Depends how much energy I have, but I like doing it. It makes me feel good.
And riding to Brooklyn is how many miles? 4 or 5 miles?
Well, Prospect Park back to Astoria is about 20 miles. But where I go, I would say it's probably maybe 15 miles. It depends. There are times that I may ride to Coney Island, or I may ride to Rockaway Beach, you know. In the past, I used to go riding with my family, and we would go out to Oyster Bay. And round trip, that would be like a 60-mile ride. And we've also gone to Maine, we've gone to Colorado, and we always incorporate cycling in our vacations. And I think that it was beneficial for everybody. I suffer from OCD, obsessive cycling disorder. No, I'm only kidding. I do it because, again, it gives me balance in life, and I call it psychotherapy. Any questions?
All right.
Anything you want to talk about?
First of all, how old are you?
I have to disclose that?
You don't have to.
I'm 69.
69 years old, folks.
Healthy eating is important too. And one of the best advice that I can give, I think, is to stay away from sweets. Don't drink soda. That harmless 1 can of soda a day is equivalent to consuming 50 pounds of sugar at the end of the year. So think about that.
I don't know many people who are as old as my dad who look as good as he does.
It's an optical illusion. What's more important is what it does for up here. You know, during the times that I was going through struggles in my life, I mean, everybody has struggles in their lives, you know, but when your grandmother, when she felt ill, I became the caregiver. And during that time, I even exercised more, I even ate healthier, and I even cycled more. Because I found that it helped me to deal with that challenging struggle. And I emerged from it, and I'm a better person for it now. And then there was another time, just recently, 4 years ago, it was the COVID. When COVID came around, people kept saying, stay home, don't go out, you're gonna spread the virus, you're gonna do this and that. But I went out and all I did was cycle that year because I found that it helped me emotionally. And you know what, there was nobody around anyway. And so there was less traffic, less people, and it was a free road for me to ride. And that year, I cycled 8,000 miles. And I tell you, it helped me. It helped me up here.
All right, everyone, that'll do it for the video. I want to thank my dad for coming on and giving some wonderful life advice for us all and showing us his routine.
It's a lifestyle, people. And cycling reminds me that life is a beautiful ride.
Hit that like button, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.